Goapele, and you're listening to MVRemix.
www.mvremix.com.
Sorry. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
My earrings all in the way. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too badly. Yourself?
Good. Good.
Okay, now seeing as with, I believe the last phone you have of the day, you've obviously been through quite a few questions. Is there anything that you'd like to speak of first and foremost?
Oh, that's so nice, but I hadn't thought about it before. Let me see. I don't know.
Okay, well then we'll start with who inspired you?
Excuse me?
Who inspired you?
Who inspired me? I would say, a lot of the music that I grew up to until this time, and I can just mention a whole bunch of artist names. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Miriam Makeba, Letta Mbulu, Kima Sekela, Stevie Wonder, Bob Marley, Nina Simone, Roberta Flack, Etta James, Prince, Bjork, Portishead, D'Angelo,
So quite a few influences.
hey.
What motivates you to actually make music? I really like writing. I've always liked to write, and it's fulfilling to me to be able to create music and watch it turn into a song and then get to perform it and then see how people respond to it, and personal to me, that's been turned into something that's creative can affect them, that's inspiring to me. Nice. Now, I myself, my mother is Jewish.
I'm sorry, that just cut out.
Oh,
Say it again?
I said my mother is Jewish, and so under the religion, I'm meant to be classed as Jewish, but I don't really follow the religion. Now, I know you're the same. I'm wondering if you do consider yourself as Jewish, or just as that your mother is, and you're of a separate belief.
I'm South African and Jewish, and there's certain practices and traditions that I grew up with, but is it echoing over there?
No.
Oh, okay. But I wasn't raised very religiously, and I think it's more of a cultural kind of thing and just about my family history that I identify with.
From Red, White and Blues and the sort of 9/11 theme, everyone when they have a big tragedy occur within their lives has a little death epiphany whereby they're saying they're going to live life to the fullest and all the rest of it because of this particular tragedy. Have you been able to enforce that sort of practice, or was it just like any other real death whereby people accept it, they mourn and they move on?
I think that, there's been a lot of tragedies that have affected me, and 9/11 wasn't the first, the history that, my family has gone through in South Africa. A lot of that has been tragic, and there's been so many people, in South Africa that have, under the apartheid system that have died or lived through some very unjust things. And, I have, fortunately, my family on my mother's side from my grandparents down, my great-grandmothers lost their lives, due to the oppression in Germany. So I feel like there is historical reminders that affect me immediately,
you know, not to even begin with that I've grown up in the United States and watched.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people being treated unfairly, and I have definitely experienced some unjust things on, you know, a lot more subtle ways than I feel like my family has. But I feel like, you know, 9/11 is something that extreme that was, you know, and, you know, to where a lot of people in the U.S., you know, in a central place lost their lives, you know, and it was tragic, but you know, there's been so many other things that have happened that I constantly just feel like we need to be aware, you know, of what we do with our lives and the decisions we make and what outcomes could happen, and just try and have a positive impact, you know, and stay true to ourselves and not get caught up in the hype of what it seems like everyone else is doing and what it seems like everyone believes in and is going along with.
Yeah. So with that, would you say that your perspective is the glass is half full or half empty?
I don't know. I mean, it would, in
terms of your perspective on your day-to-day life, do you look at things optimistically, or are you...
I look at things, I feel like I'm on a path, and I feel very blessed, and I feel very lucky, you know, and there's a lot of challenges, and there's, you know, I feel like in general I'm happy with where I'm at, and I feel really thankful that this is what I get to do with my life, and, you know, it's something fun and something that I believe in, you know, and I think there's just always challenges regardless.
Have you ever experimented with drugs at all?
What a strange question. No, I'm not really into it.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Even Closer.
Even Closer is, you know, they're all songs that I wrote and worked with different up-and-coming musicians and producers, you know, on all the songs, and I feel like it's a mixture of soul and rhythm and blues and hip hop and jazz and so many things, and just different reflections of who I am. A lot of the songs are introspective and from personal experience and just some of my views on the world, you know, and relationships.
Mm-hmm. How did the relationship between yourself and Hieroglyphics come about?
Well, we're both from the Bay Area, you know. I definitely listened to Hieroglyphics. I mean, they've been doing their thing for a long time, and independently for a long time, and you know, we had definitely a lot of mutual friends, and I first worked with Pep Love on his CD, just doing an interlude, and then he worked on Ease Your Mind, you know, a song from Even Closer on my CD, and then I did, you know, it really started creatively, then me doing singing on some hooks that A Plus and Domino produced, and then, you know, from that kind of formed a partnership business-wise, and they helped us get national distribution when we were doing Even Closer independently.
Mm-hmm. With regards to Even Closer, a lot of artists, as soon as they've released an album, they go back to the studio and they start working on the next one. Has there been any work on a follow-up to it, or is that now just sort of something in the distance?
Yeah, I've been doing some recording. It's kind of like, you know,
whenever I'm motivated, I can write, and that's the beginning, and sometimes that can manifest into a song in the near future, and sometimes it takes a long time. And I've mainly been concentrating on performing, so I have definitely started recording, but have also just been doing a lot of shows and traveling, and plan on doing more tour kind of stuff to support the album, just so it can get out to different areas in the U.S. I mean, it is available in stores, but just so that people can experience the music, and internationally, it'll start getting distributed, and we want to do some different shows. But yeah, it's always good to keep recording.
Yeah. Now, with that, you say when you get motivated. So, if you're alone on a desert island and could only have one thing to inspire your creativity, what would it be?
Another person.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be alone on a desert island. But even, as far as the recording stuff, I've also been collaborating with other folks. So, meanwhile, it's been, done a song with E40 and
nice.
Hieroglyphics, some songs, and AC Alone and Zion, and it's been nice to, get to work on different projects also.
Yeah, I've met some of Hyro and spent a couple nights with Zion when they came out here, so yeah, they're good people.
Yes, definitely.
Do you have any non-musical aspirations? Such as writing, maybe in a different form? Or...
Definitely. I mean, I love writing in general, so there's a lot of, I don't know. I mean, I do a lot of kind of journal writing, but sometimes stream of consciousness kind of poem type of stuff that may never make it to a song form that I, at some point might still want to be out there. And I just enjoy the arts in general, even visual arts, and I used to do that more when I was younger, and when there's time, I'd like to do more of that. I'm also interested in acting, and, some of those opportunities might open up, so we'll see.
Yeah. What's most important for you for your happiness?
That I reflect who I am, that people see and appreciate me for who I am, that, to be involved in my community, to have a positive effect, to laugh a lot, to be with my family, to eat good food, to sit in the sun.
Can you predict your next year for me?
Not yet.
Okay. Do you have any last words that you'd like to put to your fans or potential fans that are going to be reading this?
I hope that, I hope that they enjoy the music. I hope that 2004 treats us all well. I hope that they're on their way to where they want to be going in their lives.